Good morning, students. Welcome to the third class of Probability chapter of grade 10. In this module, we will define equally likely outcomes, we will define theoretical probability, we will solve some sums. Let us recap whatever we have learned about the experimental probability. You can get the experimental probability by using the formula number of times event occurs divided by total number of trials. There are limitations for experimental probability, especially when we have to assess the failures. We cannot go for experiments. We cannot conduct many experiments. We cannot wait for many experiments for the event to happen. So we have to go for theoretical probability. How to find the theoretical probability is the next question. When the coin is tossed, the probability of getting, the chance of getting head is 1 out of 2 total outcomes. There are 2 total outcomes. It is 2, either head or either tail. You can get the head. Chance of getting the head is only 1. So your theoretical probability, or simply it is called as probability. Probability of head is 1. Your favorable outcome is 1. 1 divided by 2 total possible outcomes. When you are rolling out the die, your favorable outcome is 3 now. Your concern is to get the number 3. So what is the chance of getting 3? How many chances? Total chances are, the total possible outcomes are 6. You can get any number from 1 to 6. But your chance of getting your favorable outcome is 3. That is, you have that 1 chance out of 6 possible outcomes. So your probability of getting number 3 is 1 out of 6. How can you calculate the theoretical probability? By the ratio, it is the theoretical probability is the ratio of number of favorable outcomes and divided by it is the ratio of number of favorable outcomes to the total number of possible outcomes. Coin is tossed. Probability of, I have explained already in the previous slide, probability of getting head is 1 out of 2. What is the difference between theoretical probability and experimental probability now? Theoretical probability gives us, it shows what should happen in an experiment. It shows what should happen in an experiment. Experimental probability shows what actually happened. Without doing the experiment, theoretical probability shows us what should happen in an experiment. You know to find out the probability, theoretical probability, simply it is called as probability. And to find out the probability of an event. Let us solve the sum. Let us understand the question first. A game of chance consists of spinning an arrow which comes to rest, pointing at one of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are equally likely outcomes. Find the probability that the arrow will point at any factor of 8. What are the total possible outcomes? There are 8 total possible outcomes. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are total possible outcomes are 8. What are the factors of 8? How many factors are there? Among these numbers, it is 1 is the factor of 8. 1, 2, 4 and 8. These numbers are factors of 8. How many factors are there? Then the number of favorable outcomes are 4, right? So what are the number? You know the formula to find the probability. So your required probability is 4 divided by 8. Reduced to the simplest form, it is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is the probability of getting factors of 8. Let us move to the next sum. A card is drawn at random from a well-shuffled pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that the drawn Card is neither a jack nor an ace. Total number of, what are the total number of possible outcomes? It is the total number of cards. Right, it is 52. It is 52. Number of, how many jacks are there in a deck of card? There are 4 jacks. How many aces are there? There are 4 aces, right? How many total number of jacks and aces are? Now I need not add 4 plus 4. Straight away I will write 8. So your what is your number of favorable outcomes? Just take care to read the question once again. It is neither jack nor an ace. That means out of 52, 8 cards has to be subtracted because your favorable cards are 44. It should not be jack, it should not be ace. So remaining 44 cards are your favorable outcomes. So find the probability, your required probability, that is 44 divided by 52. You can reduce it. 22, 26, further you can reduce 11 by 13. It is 11 by 13. We will go to the next sum. A box contains 90 discs which are numbered 1 to 90. If one disc is drawn at random from the box, find the probability that it bears a 2-digit numbers. What are the total number of possible outcomes? That is 90. 90 discs are there. So total possible outcomes are 90. One disc is drawn at random from the box. Find the probability that it bears with the 2-digit number. What are 2-digit numbers? It will start from 10, 11 and how many 2-digit numbers are there? We have to get number of discs with the 2-digit number. First 9 numbers should be subtracted, right? There are 81 discs are there with the 2-digit numbers. So your favorable number of favorable outcomes is 81 discs which are having 2-digit numbers, that is 81. So you know the formula to find out the probability. So now probability of the disc with the 2-digit number is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. How many numbers are there for your favorable outcomes? It's 81. 81 divided by 90. 9 tens are 90. 9 by, it is reduced to the simplest form. It is 9 by 10. Yeah, next third question, next sub question, same question. What are the total number of possible outcomes? 90 discs are there. So total possible outcomes are 90. So what are the multiples of a number divisible by 5? When you are drawing the disc, it should consist of a number which is divisible by 5. Which numbers are the numbers divisible by 5 are? Which are the numbers divisible by 5 from 1 to 90? Let me write 5 multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, it goes on till 90. 90 is also divisible by 5. So how many multiples are there between 1 to 90? It is 18 multiples are there between 1 to 90. So I will not write the formula now to find the probability of the disc with the number divisible by 5. It is 18. Your favorable outcomes are 18. 18 discs are your favorable outcomes. 18 discs are having the number which is divisible by 5. So total possible divided by total possible outcomes. It is 1 by 5. 18 reduced to the lowest form. The probability of getting the disc with the multiple of 5 is, or with a number divisible by 5 is 1 by 5. Yeah, now you have solved many sums. you are clear in your probability concept, you can solve this self-assessment question by yourself. The probability of setting a rotten apple randomly from a heap of 900 apples is 0.18. What is the number of rotten apples in the heap? Here you have to find the number of rotten apples. We don't know the number of rotten apples. Probability is given 0.18. Let the number of rotten apples be x. Assign x. Now x by 900 is 0.18. You got simple equation. You know to solve the simple equation, right? Find the value of x. It is your required answer. Thank you.